A chance encounter at the Cosmic Tavern. In the dimly lit corner of an intergalactic bar, a lone figure sat quietly nursing a drink. His name was Kale, a rugged traveler from the Outer Rim known for his uncanny proficiency with primitive weapons. As the night wore on, a group of boastful aliens swaggered into the bar, mocking the locals and flaunting their advanced weaponry. Their leader, a towering creature with pulsating energy blasters, eyed Kale with disdain. Unfazed by the alien's arrogance, Kale calmly rose from his seat, revealing his weapon of choice, a simple wooden bow and arrow. The alien leader scoffed, dismissing it as archaic and useless in the face of his advanced technology. With a sleek grin, Kale notched an arrow and drew back his bowstring, aiming with steady precision. In one fluid motion, he released the arrow, which soared through the air with a whispering hum, embedding itself squarely in the alien leader's weapon, disabling it instantly. The bar fell silent as the alien leader's companions gawked in disbelief. Kale's primitive weapon had humiliated them in front of the entire bar. With a nod of respect, the aliens begrudgingly backed down, leaving Kale to enjoy his drink in peace. His reputation as a master of the ancient arts was solidified once again. News of Kale's remarkable feats spread like wildfire across the galaxy, attracting the attention of both admirers and challengers alike. Soon, he found himself besieged with requests from various factions, seeking his services as a consultant and trainer in the ways of ancient combat techniques. Despite the tempting offers, Kale remained true to his wanderer's spirit, preferring the freedom of the open road to the confines of corporate contracts. He continued to roam the galaxy, honing his skills and seeking out new adventures in the vast expanse of space. Along the way, Kale encountered a diverse array of allies and adversaries, each with their own unique stories and abilities. From battling space pirates in asteroid fields to mediating disputes between rival factions on war-torn planets, his journey was as unpredictable as it was thrilling. Yet amidst the chaos of the cosmos, Kale never forgot the lessons imparted by his humble beginnings. He remained grounded in the wisdom of the past, finding solace in the simplicity of his trusty bow and arrow, a reminder that true power lies not in the technology of the present, but in the timeless art of the warrior's spirit. As Kale's legend continued to grow, whispers of a greater challenge began to echo through the galaxies. Rumors spoke of a mythical artifact said to hold the key to unlocking unimaginable power. Intrigued by the prospect of such a quest, Kale embarked on a perilous journey across the stars, determined to test his skills against the greatest adversaries the universe had to offer. Navigating treacherous cosmic storms and evading the clutches of interstellar bounty hunters, Kale finally reached the distant planet rumored to hold the elusive artifact. But as he delved deeper into the planet's ancient ruins, he discovered that he was not alone in his quest. A shadowy figure lurked in the shadows, watching his every move with intent. The shadowy figure revealed themselves as a formidable opponent, wielding advanced technology and dark powers. They sought the artifact for their own nefarious purposes and saw Kale as nothing more than an obstacle in their path. A fierce battle ensued, each combatant pushing themselves to the limit in a clash of ancient skill and modern weaponry. Despite the shadowy figure's formidable arsenal, Kale's mastery of primitive combat proved to be a match for their advanced technology. With cunning tactics and unwavering determination, Kale managed to outmaneuver his adversary, disarming them of their high-tech weaponry. But as the dust settled, Kale realized that the true challenge lay ahead: the final guardian protecting the ancient artifact. Facing the final guardian, a colossal creature of cosmic proportions, Kale knew that his trusty bow and arrow alone wouldn't be enough to prevail. Drawing upon all of his skills and experience, he devised a daring plan to outwit the guardian and claim the artifact for himself. With nerves of steel, Kale prepared to confront the ultimate test of his abilities. In a breathtaking display of courage and ingenuity, Kale engaged the colossal guardian in a battle of wits and strength. Evading its thunderous blows and utilizing every trick in his arsenal, Kale danced on the edge of danger, determined to emerge victorious. With a final daring maneuver, he struck at the Guardian's vulnerable spot, causing it to shudder and collapse, defeated. As the dust settled, Kayla stood triumphant, the artifact within his grasp. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the warrior. With the artifact secured, Kale's journey came to a close, but his legend continued to inspire countless others across the galaxy. His story, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience, echoed through the stars, reminding all who heard it of the timeless power of the warrior's spirit. The journey continues. Kale's journey did not end with the acquisition of the artifact. The universe, ever vast and full of mysteries, beckoned him to new horizons. With the artifact safely secured in his possession, Kale set out to uncover its secrets. His travels took him to the heart of bustling spaceports, desolate moons, and ancient alien civilizations. His first stop was the archives of Solara, a colossal space station known for its vast repository of knowledge from across the galaxy. Kale hoped the scholars of Solara could help him decipher the artifact's purpose. The station, a marvel of engineering with towering spires and shimmering lights, was a hub of intellectual activity. Scholars, scientists, and explorers from various species gathered here to share their discoveries and collaborate on grand projects. Kale presented the artifact to the head archivist, a wise and venerable being named Thaler. Thaler's eyes widened in astonishment as he examined the artifact. This, he said, is a relic from the ancient Turok civilization, believed to be lost to time. It is said to hold the power to reshape reality itself. Intrigued by Thaler's revelation, Kale delved into the history of the Turok. The Turok were known for their unparalleled mastery of both technology and the metaphysical. They had created wonders that defied explanation and built cities that floated among the stars. However, their civilization vanished mysteriously, leaving behind only legends and remnants of their extraordinary achievements. Thaler agreed to help Kale unlock the artifact's secrets, and together they embarked on a meticulous study. Days turned into weeks as they pored over ancient texts, deciphered cryptic symbols, and conducted experiments. The artifact seemed to respond to specific energy frequencies, emitting pulses of light and sound that revealed glimpses of its potential. During this time, Kale formed bonds with the inhabitants of Solara. He met Drana, a brilliant scientist specializing in quantum mechanics, and Velik, a seasoned explorer with countless tales of adventure. They shared meals, exchanged stories, and worked tirelessly to uncover the artifact's mysteries. Kale found himself growing fond of this vibrant community, feeling a sense of belonging he hadn't experienced in years. One evening, as the team gathered for a meal, an urgent message arrived. A nearby star system was under attack by a ruthless band of space pirates led by the notorious Captain Vorse. The pirates had been terrorizing the sector, plundering resources and enslaving inhabitants. The people of Solara, though primarily scholars and scientists, decided to take a stand. Kale, moved by their bravery and determination, offered his assistance. Thaler, Drana, and Velik devised a plan to use the artifact to defend the star system. They believed its unique energy could create a protective barrier around the besieged planets. With time running out, they worked through the night to integrate the artifact into the station's defense systems. As dawn approached, the team launched their ship, heading towards the threatened star system. The journey was tense, with everyone focused on the task at hand. Upon arrival, they were greeted by scenes of devastation, burning cities, shattered ships, and desperate cries for help. Kale and his team sprang into action. Drana and Velik operated the ship's weapons and shields, while Thaler synchronized the artifact with the defense systems. Kale, ever the warrior, led a strike team to confront the pirates on the ground. The battle was fierce, with laser fire and explosions lighting up the skies. In the midst of the chaos, Kale faced off against Captain Vorse. The pirate captain, a hulking brute with cybernetic enhancements, was a formidable adversary. They clashed in a brutal melee, Kale's agility and skill pitted against Vorsk's raw power and advanced weaponry. It was a fight to the death, each combatant pushing themselves to the limit. Meanwhile, Thala successfully activated the artifact, enveloping the star system in a shimmering barrier of energy. The pirates' ships were unable to penetrate it, and their ground forces found themselves isolated and overwhelmed. The tide of battle turned, and the defenders began to gain the upper hand. With a final decisive blow, Kale defeated Captain Vorse, bringing an end to his reign of terror. The remaining pirates, seeing their leader fallen and their ships trapped, surrendered. Cheers erupted across the star system as the inhabitants celebrated their hard-won victory. Back on Solara, the team was hailed as heroes. The artifact had proven its worth, not just as a relic of the past, but as a beacon of hope for the future. Kale, though weary from the battle, felt a deep sense of satisfaction. He had not only helped save countless lives, but had also forged lasting friendships. As he prepared to depart for his next adventure, Kale took a moment to reflect on his journey. The universe was vast, with endless challenges and opportunities. With the artifact as a symbol of his quest for knowledge and justice, he set off once more, ready to face whatever lay ahead. Echoes of the past. Kale's journey led him to the remnants of the Turok civilization, a planet known as Elaris Prime. The surface was dotted with the ruins of what once were grand cities, now overgrown and abandoned. The air was thick with the sense of history, and Kale felt a chill as he stepped onto the ancient soil. Guided by the knowledge he had gained from Solara, Kale sought out the central temple, believed to be the heart of Turok's advanced civilization. The path was treacherous, filled with traps and obstacles designed to protect the secrets within. Kale navigated them with skill and caution, his senses heightened by the ever-present danger. Upon reaching the temple, he found a massive door inscribed with symbols and runes. Using the artifact as a key, he unlocked the entrance and stepped inside. The interior was a vast chamber, illuminated by an otherworldly glow. In the center stood a pedestal, holding a crystalline orb pulsating with energy. As Kelly approached the orb, he felt a surge of power. Visions flooded his mind, glimpses of the Turok, their daily lives, their achievements, and their ultimate downfall. He saw their experiments with the fabric of reality, their pursuit of knowledge, and the catastrophic event that led to their extinction. The orb was a repository of their collective consciousness, a final testament to their existence. Kale realized that the artifact he carried was a conduit to this knowledge, capable of unlocking the orb's full potential. But with great power came great responsibility. The knowledge within the orb was both a gift and a curse, capable of reshaping reality but also posing a danger if misused. Determined to honor the legacy of the Turok, Kale decided to share this knowledge with the galaxy. He believed that it could help advance civilizations, solve pressing problems, and foster a new era of cooperation and understanding. But he also knew that such power must be wielded with caution to prevent history from repeating itself. Leaving the temple, Kale set out to spread the wisdom of the Turok, starting with the allies he had made along his journey. He returned to Solara, where Thala, Drana, and Velik were eager to learn from the orb. Together, they began a new chapter of exploration and discovery, dedicated to using the Turok's knowledge for the betterment of all. News of Kale's findings spread rapidly, attracting the attention of scholars, leaders, and adventurers from across the galaxy. Some sought to learn, others to control, and a few to destroy what they did not understand. Kale found himself at the center of a new conflict, one where the stakes were higher than ever before. With his allies by his side, Kale navigated this complex web of intrigue and power. They established a coalition of like-minded individuals and factions, united by a common goal: to protect and disseminate the Turok's knowledge responsibly. This coalition became known as the Guardians of Elaris, a beacon of hope in a galaxy fraught with uncertainty. Kale's leadership and vision inspired countless others to join their cause. They built academies, research centers, and libraries dedicated to preserving and expanding the knowledge of the Turok. They also trained a new generation of explorers and defenders, ensuring that the lessons of the past would not be forgotten. But as their influence grew, so did the threats against them. Powerful entities, fearing the loss of their dominance, conspired to undermine the Guardians. Kale and his allies faced sabotage, espionage, and direct assaults. Yet through it all, they remained steadfast, their resolve unbroken. One particularly fierce battle saw Kale and his team defending an academy from a coalition of mercenaries hired by those who sought to control the Turok's knowledge. The academy, located on a remote moon, was a hub of learning and innovation. Its students and teachers fought valiantly alongside the Guardians, their unity and determination a testament to the ideals they upheld. In the heat of battle, Kale once again found himself confronting a formidable adversary, a mercenary leader equipped with cutting-edge technology. The fight was intense, with both sides pushing their limits. But Kale's mastery of ancient skills, combined with the wisdom he had gained, gave him the edge. With a final decisive strike, he defeated the mercenary leader, securing the academy and its precious knowledge. The victory was a turning point, solidifying the Guardians' reputation and attracting more support to their cause. Kale, though battle won, felt a renewed sense of purpose. He had not only defended what was right, but had also inspired a new generation to follow in his footsteps. As the dust settled, Kale looked to the future with hope and determination. The journey was far from over, but he knew that with his allies by his side and the spirit of the Turok guiding them, they could overcome any challenge. The universe was vast, and there were still countless mysteries to uncover, adventures to embark upon, and a legacy to uphold. The Galactic Council. With the Guardians of Elaris firmly established, Kale turned his attention to the Galactic Council, a governing body comprising representatives from various star systems. The Council wielded significant influence, capable of shaping policies that affected billions. Kale believed that securing their support was crucial for the Guardians' mission. Kale, accompanied by Thala, Drana, and Velik, journeyed to the Council's headquarters on the planet Orionis. The sprawling metropolis was a symbol of unity and cooperation, its skyline dominated by the Council's Grand Assembly Hall. The hall was a marvel of architecture, with towering pillars and intricate mosaics depicting the history of the galaxy. The council session was in full swing when Kale and his team arrived. Representatives debated fiercely on issues ranging from trade disputes to planetary defense. The atmosphere was charged with tension and anticipation. Kale knew that convincing the council to support the Guardians would not be easy. Thala, as the head archivist of Solara, took the lead in presenting their case. He spoke eloquently about the Turok's legacy and the potential benefits of their knowledge. Drana highlighted the scientific advancements that could revolutionize technology and medicine. Velik shared tales of their adventures, illustrating the practical applications of the artifact. When it was Kale's turn, he addressed the council with a passionate plea. He spoke of the importance of preserving knowledge and using it for the greater good. He emphasized the need for unity and cooperation in the face of growing threats. His words resonated with many, but there were also skeptics. A faction within the council, led by Representative Zoran, voiced concerns about the potential dangers of the Turok's knowledge. Zoran argued that such power could be weaponized, leading to catastrophic consequences. He called for strict regulation and oversight, warning against the risks of unrestrained exploration. The debate raged on, with both sides presenting compelling arguments. Kale knew that a compromise was necessary to gain the council's support. He proposed a collaborative approach, the creation of a joint oversight committee comprising members from the council and the Guardians. This committee would ensure that the Turok's knowledge was used responsibly and transparently. The proposal garnered widespread approval. It addressed the concerns of the skeptics while maintaining the Guardians' mission. The council voted in favor of the compromise, and the Joint Oversight Committee was established. Kale and his team were appointed as key members, alongside respected representatives from the council. The creation of the committee marked a new chapter in the Guardians' journey. With the backing of the Galactic Council, they now had the resources and influence to expand their efforts. They established new academies, research centers, and outposts across the galaxy, fostering a culture of learning and innovation. Kayla continued to lead by example, undertaking missions to protect and share the Turok's knowledge. He traveled to distant star systems, forging alliances and spreading the ideals of the Guardians. Each mission brought new challenges and discoveries, further enriching their understanding of the universe. One such mission led Kayla to the planet Arcanus, a world shrouded in mystery and danger. Arcanus was home to a hidden repository of Turok artifacts, guarded by an ancient order of warriors known as the Keepers. The Keepers were fiercely protective of their secrets, viewing outsiders with suspicion and hostility. Kale, accompanied by a small team, sought to earn the Keepers' trust. They navigated treacherous terrain and faced numerous trials, demonstrating their respect for the Turok's legacy. Slowly but surely, they began to build a rapport with the Keepers, learning from their unique perspective and wisdom. The mission culminated in a joint expedition to uncover a hidden chamber deep within Arcanus's mountains. The chamber contained a wealth of Turok artifacts, including texts, tools, and relics. The discovery was a treasure trove of knowledge, offering new insights into the Turok civilization and their mastery of reality. With the Keeper's blessing, Kale and his team carefully documented and transported the artifacts to the Guardians' archives. The collaborative effort strengthened the bond between the Guardians and the Keepers, paving the way for future cooperation. As the Guardians' influence grew, so did the challenges they faced. Rogue factions and powerful entities sought to exploit the Turok's knowledge for their own gain. The Guardians remained vigilant, defending their mission with unwavering resolve. They trained new recruits, enhancing their skills and preparing them for the battles ahead. Kale, now a seasoned leader, continued to inspire those around him. He embodied the spirit of the warrior and the scholar, bridging the past and the future. His journey was far from over, but with each step, he brought the galaxy closer to a brighter, more enlightened future. The echoes of the Turok's legacy resonated through the stars, a reminder of the timeless power of knowledge and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Kale's story became a beacon of hope, inspiring generations to come and ensuring that the Turok's wisdom would never be forgotten. The rising threat. With the Guardians of Ilaris growing in strength and influence, a new threat began to emerge from the shadows. A clandestine organization known as the Shadow Consortium, driven by greed and lust for power, sought to seize the Turok's knowledge for their own sinister purposes. The consortium, made up of mercenaries, corrupt officials, and rogue scientists, operated in secrecy, their true intentions hidden behind a facade of legitimacy. Kale and his team first became aware of the Shadow Consortium's activities when reports of stolen artifacts and attacks on research facilities began to surface. The consortium was relentless, using advanced technology and ruthless tactics to further their agenda. They targeted key installations, attempting to undermine the Guardians' efforts and sow discord among their allies. The Guardians convened an emergency meeting to address the growing threat. Thela, Drana, and Vedic presented the evidence they had gathered, highlighting the consortium's dangerous capabilities. Kale, ever the strategist, devised a plan to counter the consortium's operations and expose their hidden leaders. Their first objective was to infiltrate one of the consortium's bases, located on a remote asteroid in the Zarnak system. The base was heavily fortified, with advanced security measures and a small army of mercenaries. Kale assembled a team of elite Guardians, including Thala, Drana, and Velik, to undertake the mission. Using a combination of stealth and subterfuge, the team managed to breach the base's defenses. Inside, they encountered fierce resistance, battling through waves of mercenaries and automated drones. The corridors echoed with the sounds of combat, each step a test of their skill and resolve. In the heart of the base, they discovered a control room filled with sophisticated equipment and data terminals. Drana worked quickly to hack into the consortium's network, extracting vital information about their operations and leaders. As they gathered the data, an alarm blared, alerting the base's commander to their presence. A massive figure entered the control room, clad in dark armor and exuding an aura of menace. It was the base's commander, a notorious enforcer known as Grella. He was a towering brute, armed with powerful weapons and cybernetic enhancements. Kayla knew that defeating Grella was crucial to completing their mission. The battle that ensued was intense and brutal. Grella's strength and resilience seemed almost insurmountable, but Kale and his team fought with determination and unity. Thaler and Velik provided support, using their skills to create openings, while Drana focused on disabling Grella's cybernetics. Kale engaged Grella directly, using his agility and combat prowess to outmaneuver the Enforcer. After a grueling fight, Kale landed a decisive blow, incapacitating Grella and securing the control room. With the data they had obtained, the Guardians gained valuable insights into the Consortium's plans and hierarchy. They discovered that the Consortium was led by a shadowy figure known only as the Overlord, whose identity remained shrouded in mystery. Returning to Elaris, Kale and his team analyzed the data, uncovering a network of Consortium bases and operatives spread across the galaxy. They realized that to defeat the Consortium, they needed to strike at its heart and expose the Overlord. The Guardians prepared for a series of coordinated strikes, aiming to dismantle the Consortium's infrastructure and disrupt their operations. As the Guardians launched their campaign against the Consortium, they faced numerous challenges. The Consortium's forces were well-equipped and highly trained, their leaders cunning and ruthless. Each mission tested the Guardians' limits, pushing them to adapt and innovate in the face of adversity. Despite the hardships, the Guardians persevered. They liberated captured facilities, recovered stolen artifacts, and exposed corrupt officials complicit in the Consortium's schemes. With each victory, they weakened the Consortium's grip on the galaxy and inspired others to join their cause. The battle against the Shadow Consortium culminated in a daring assault on their central command hub, hidden deep within a nebula. The Guardians assembled their forces, ready to confront the Overlord and bring an end to the Consortium's reign of terror. Kale, leading the charge, knew that this mission would determine the future of their quest. The nebula's dense clouds and intense electromagnetic interference made navigation difficult, but the Guardians pressed on, guided by their resolve. As they approached the hub, they encountered fierce resistance, with the Consortium's fleet defending their stronghold. A massive space battle erupted, with ships clashing in a symphony of destruction. Kale's ship, the Ilarian Star, spearheaded the assault, weaving through enemy fire and engaging in dogfights with Consortium fighters. The Guardians' fleet, though outnumbered, fought with unmatched bravery and skill. The battle was chaotic and brutal, with ships exploding in fiery bursts and debris littering the void. Amidst the chaos, Kale led a strike team to infiltrate the hub. They breached the station's defenses, navigating through a labyrinth of corridors and security checkpoints. The station's interior was a stark contrast to its exterior, with sleek technology and opulent chambers reflecting the Consortium's ill-gotten wealth. In the central command chamber, they confronted the Overlord. Cloaked in shadows and flanked by elite guards, the Overlord exuded an aura of malevolence and power. The final battle was fierce and unforgiving, with the Guardians fighting against overwhelming odds. Kale, fueled by determination and the spirit of the Guardians, faced the Overlord directly. The Overlord proved to be a formidable adversary, wielding advanced weaponry and dark energy. The battle raged on, with the chamber becoming a battleground of epic proportions. Thaler, Drana, and Velik fought valiantly, their teamwork and synergy a testament to their unbreakable bond. As the battle reached its climax, Kale and the Overlord engaged in a duel of strength and will. With a final decisive strike, Kale defeated the Overlord, shattering the Consortium's command structure and bringing an end to their reign of terror. The victory was hard-won, but it marked a turning point in the Guardians' journey. The fall of the Shadow Consortium sent shockwaves through the galaxy, weakening the grip of corruption and tyranny. The Guardians, now celebrated as heroes, continued their mission to protect and share the Turok's knowledge, ensuring that it would be used for the greater good. Kale, though weary from the battle, felt a renewed sense of purpose. He knew that the journey was far from over, but with the support of his allies and the spirit of the Turok guiding them, they could face any challenge. The galaxy was vast, and there were still countless mysteries to uncover, adventures to embark upon, and a legacy to uphold. Echoes of the past. With the Shadow Consortium defeated, the Guardians of Elaris turned their attention to a new enigma that had surfaced from the depths of the galaxy. Whispers of ancient artifacts, more powerful and mysterious than anything they had encountered before, began to circulate among scholars and adventurers. These artifacts were said to predate even the Turok civilization, their origins lost in the mists of time. Kale, ever the intrepid explorer, was intrigued by these rumors. He gathered his trusted companions, Fela, Drana, and Velik, for a meeting in the heart of Elaris. Together, they pored over the scant information they had managed to collect. Ancient star maps, cryptic inscriptions, and fragmented legends hinted at a hidden trove of relics scattered across the galaxy. Their first clue led them to a desolate planet on the fringes of known space. The planet, known as Scarus Prime, was a barren wasteland, its surface scarred by millennia of natural and artificial cataclysms. Yet beneath its harsh exterior lay the remnants of a once great civilization, now reduced to ruins and echoes. As their ship, the Ilarian Star, descended through the planet's turbulent atmosphere, Kale and his team prepared for the challenges ahead. Scarus Prime was known for its unpredictable weather patterns and treacherous terrain, making their mission all the more perilous. They landed near a sprawling complex of ancient structures, half buried in sand and rubble. The air was thick with dust, and the eerie silence of the ruins was broken only by the howling wind. Fela, using his expertise in archaeology, deciphered the inscriptions that adorned the crumbling walls, revealing a map that pointed to a hidden chamber deep within the complex. Navigating through the labyrinthine ruins, the team encountered various traps and obstacles, remnants of the planet's former glory. Automated sentries, long dormant, sprung to life as they approached, challenging their every step. Drana's technological prowess proved invaluable as she hacked into the ancient systems, disabling the defenses and guiding the team safely through. At the heart of the complex, they discovered a grand chamber, its walls adorned with intricate carvings and glowing symbols. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, upon which rested an artifact of unparalleled beauty and power. The artifact, a crystalline orb pulsating with energy, seemed to hum with a life of its own. As Kala reached for the orb, a vision flashed before his eyes. He saw glimpses of a bygone era, a time when the galaxy was young and teeming with wonders. The vision revealed an ancient race, the Avarans, who had wielded immense power and knowledge. They had created the artifacts to preserve their legacy, hoping that one day, worthy successors would uncover their secrets. The vision also showed the fate of the Avarans, how their civilization had crumbled under the weight of its own hubris and internal strife. The artifacts were their final gift to the future, a beacon of hope and a warning against the dangers of unchecked ambition. Kale shared the vision with his companions, who were equally awed by the revelations. They realized that the artifacts held the key to understanding not just the past, but also the future of the galaxy. However, the discovery had not gone unnoticed. As they prepared to leave with the orb, they were ambushed by a group of rogue treasure hunters, eager to claim the artifact for themselves. A fierce battle erupted within the ancient chamber. The treasure hunters, led by a cunning and ruthless leader named Varric, were well-equipped and experienced. Kale and his team fought valiantly, using their skills and the environment to their advantage. Fela's strength, Drana's tech savvy, and Velik's agility complemented Kale's strategic acumen, turning the tide of the battle in their favor. Amidst the chaos, Varric managed to snatch the orb and attempted to flee. Caleb pursued him through the winding corridors of the ruins, their footsteps echoing in the silence. The chase culminated in a dramatic confrontation on a narrow ledge overlooking a deep chasm. With a final decisive move, Cale disarmed Varric and reclaimed the orb. Returning to their ship, the team reflected on the significance of their discovery. They now had one of the Axaran artifacts in their possession, but they knew that this was just the beginning. The vision had hinted at the existence of more artifacts, each hidden on different worlds, each holding a piece of the Axaran legacy. Their next clue pointed to a distant star system, where another artifact was said to be hidden within an abandoned space station. As they set course for their new destination, Cale felt a renewed sense of purpose. The journey ahead was fraught with danger and uncertainty, but it was also filled with promise. The Guardians of Elaris were not just protectors of the Turok's knowledge. They were now custodians of far older and more profound legacy. With each artifact they uncovered, they would unravel the mysteries of the past, forging a path toward a brighter future for all. And in doing so, they would honor the memory of the Atarans, ensuring that their wisdom and sacrifices would never be forgotten. The final reckoning. The Guardians of Elaris set course for the distant star system indicated by the Aran artifact. Their destination was an abandoned space station orbiting a dying star. According to their research, the station once belonged to a long-lost race known as the Tellurians, who had mysteriously vanished eons ago. The station, known as Telluria Prime, was rumored to house another Axaran artifact hidden away from prying eyes. As the Ilarian star approached Telluria Prime, the team prepared for their mission. The station loomed large against the backdrop of the fading star, its metallic structure casting long shadows over the surrounding debris field. Drana, their tech expert, scanned the station's systems, noting that many sections were still operational despite the passage of time. They docked the ship and made their way inside, greeted by the eerie silence of the deserted station. The corridors were dimly lit, with flickering lights casting unsettling shadows. The air was stale, a reminder of the long-abandoned state of the station. As they ventured deeper, they encountered signs of the Tellurians' advanced technology, holographic displays, intricate machinery, and enigmatic symbols etched into the walls. Their journey through the station was fraught with challenges. Automated defense systems activated as they approached key areas, forcing the team to rely on their skills and ingenuity to bypass or disable them. Thela's strength and Drana's tech skills proved invaluable as they navigated the labyrinthine structure. At the heart of Telluria Prime, they discovered a massive chamber that appeared to be a control center. In the center of the room stood a pedestal similar to the one they had encountered on Psaros Prime. Resting on it was another Axaran artifact, a crystalline shard that pulsed with energy. Before they could retrieve the shard, a holographic projection activated, revealing an ancient Tellurian figure. The figure spoke in a language they couldn't understand, but the message was clear. It was a warning, a final testament to the Tellurians' fate. The projection showed the Tellurians discovering that Axaran artifact and the subsequent chaos it unleashed. The artifact's power had attracted the attention of a malevolent force, leading to the downfall of the Tellurian civilization. As the hologram faded, the team was left to ponder the gravity of their mission. They knew that taking the artifact would likely draw the same malevolent force to them, but they also understood that the artifact's power could be the key to protecting the galaxy from future threats. Cale reached for the shard, feeling a surge of energy as he made contact. Visions of the past flooded his mind once again, showing glimpses of the Aurans and Tellurians' struggles and sacrifices. He saw their hopes and dreams, their triumphs and failures, and the ultimate price they paid for their ambition. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the station, signaling an imminent threat. The malevolent force that had destroyed the Tellurians was now aware of the artifact's presence. The team had to act quickly. With the shard in their possession, they raced back to their ship, encountering fierce resistance from the station's remaining defenses. As they reached the docking bay, A massive ship appeared on the station's sensors, its menacing silhouette unmistakable. It was the vanguard of the malevolent force, intent on reclaiming the artifact and eliminating any who stood in its way. The Ilarian star launched into space, narrowly avoiding the enemy's initial assault. A desperate chase ensued, with Kale and his team maneuvering through the debris fields surrounding Telluria Prime. The enemy ship pursued relentlessly, firing powerful energy blasts that rocked the Ilarian star. Drana worked frantically to boost the ship's shields and engines, while Thaler and Velik manned the weapon systems, returning fire with everything they had. Despite their best efforts, the enemy ship closed in, its superior firepower overwhelming their defenses. Just as all seemed lost, Kale activated that Axaran shard, channeling its energy through the ship's systems. A brilliant burst of light enveloped the Ilarian star, momentarily blinding the enemy and giving them a chance to escape. They jumped to hyperspace, leaving the enemy ship behind. As they regrouped and tended to their injuries, Kale reflected on the gravity of their situation. The malevolent force was now aware of their mission and would stop at nothing to reclaim the artifacts. Their journey had become more perilous than ever, but they also knew that their quest was far from over. The Guardians of Elaris set a course for Elaris, determined to uncover the remaining artifacts and unlock the full extent of their power. With each new discovery, they would face greater challenges and more formidable foes, but they were ready. They had come this far, driven by their unwavering spirit and the hope of a brighter future. As they approached Elaris, Kale held the shard in his hand, feeling its warmth and energy. He knew that their greatest trials lay ahead, but he also knew that they were not alone. The legacy of the Axarans and Tellurians was now intertwined with their own, a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of those who dared to dream. The final reckoning was coming, and the Guardians of Elaris would be ready to face it, united by their courage and their unyielding resolve to protect the galaxy from the darkness that threatened to consume it.
3, 2, 1.